In 1939 Spain, a young girl was seen among a crowd in the village of Pero Blasco. The girl was revered for her seemingly holy visions and supernatural powers. The villagers followed and participated in religious rituals, with the girl holding a cross. 10 years later, novice Sister Narcissa arrives at a convent and stares at bullet holes on a wall inside the compound. Sister Julia arrives at the scene and explains that the place previously was an enclosed convent before the Spanish Civil War, which was the reason for the bullet holes. Sister Julia continues explaining while leading Sister Narcia to an office inside the convent. After the war ended, the place was converted to a school for young girls with low-income backgrounds. The girls are not only students at the convent, but also participate in various chores. Sister Sagrario, Sister Julia, and the Mother Superior are the only ones who remain from the old community before the war, while the rest of the nuns choose not to come back to the convent. Sister Julia invites Sister Naricia into the room of the Mother Superior, the leader of the convent. The Mother Superior welcomes Sister Narcissa into the convent with a huge enthusiasm. During a conversation between the Supreme Mother and the sisters, it is revealed that the young girl from the beginning scene is Sister Narcia. The Mother Superior shows her a framed news article that named her the Holy Girl of Pero Blasco. She thanks Sister Narcissa for giving them hope during those dark times. The Mother Superior also tells her that she is proud that Sister Narcissa would take her perpetual vows at the convent, which surprises Sister Narcissa. Sister Julia, who is not too keen on the Superior Mother's behavior, explains to her that she will be taking over the duty of lecturing the girls on the subject of grammar, which had previously belonged to Sister Inés, who left the convent to take care of her elderly parents. At night, while eating with her fellow sisters, Sister Narcissa is having thoughts about her time when she was the holy girl. Her thoughts were of sadness and despair, while everyone thought of her as a blessing from the heavens. She takes the room of Sister Inés and begins to arrange her belongings. She accidentally discovers a cigar box containing a pair of scissors, some letters, and a funerary picture of Sister Socorro. While she was observing the contents of the cigar box, Sister Narcissa began experiencing some strange activity. A chair fell on its own, and an incomplete hangman drawing appeared on the wall. The next day, Sister Narcissa visits the chapel and goes into a confession booth. She tearfully confesses that she doubts her visions and that being the holy girl took a toll on her. She chose to vow herself into servitude and moved to this place looking for a quiet and peaceful life. In the morning, Sister Narcissa enters a room full of students and starts her first day as a teacher by reciting a prayer along with the students. While she was writing her name on a blackboard to introduce herself, the whole class began whispering, which disturbed her. She asked what was wrong, and no one responded. The whispers continue, and Sister Narcissa threatens to start punishing the class if they don't behave. Then, a girl named Rosa asks her permission to leave the class after she urinated on herself. Sister Narcissa permits Rosa and her sister to leave. Next, Sister Narcissa spends time with the Mother Supreme. While looking at some photos in an album containing the funerary photos of other sisters who passed away, she notices a missing photo. Full of suspicion, she goes back to her room and looks at the photo of Sister Socorro again. While she was holding the photo in her hand, a strange event from the previous night happened again. The chair fell on its own. Then she hears a crying voice outside her room. She goes out and sees a round stone, which leads her into a room of statues of saints, where she discovers a holy artifact. She presents it to the Superior Mother and Sister Julia, who is not too happy about Sister Narcissa wandering in the middle of the night. But the Superior Mother believes it was a true miracle, since the discovered artifact was the hand of Saint Martha, presumed to be lost since the war. After carefully placing the holy object, the Mother Supreme leads the sister in prayer. The next day, Sister Narcissa wakes up frightened after a horrific nightmare. Then she goes to school, only to find out that most of the girls are not in class because it is laundry day. Rosa and another girl explain to her that they do laundry for the convent and families who donate money to the school. Sister Narcissa asks the girls about what happened in class. Rosa tells her she was scared. While Sister Narcissa was in prayer with other sisters holding prayer beads, she had a horrible vision where her hands were bleeding and a levitating nun with a bleeding mouth looked at her. She is woken up by one of the sisters, who gives her the responsibility of leading the girls in prayers. Sister Narcissa finds the girls dancing to a certain music and scolds them, but after considering their young age, she gives them a demonstration of how to dance in pairs. After having some fun with the girls, she leads the girls in prayer and makes sure they go to bed. In the middle of the night, a girl named Anna Marie and Rosa go to the bathroom. While Rosa quickly goes to use the bathroom, Anna Marie finds the scissors, and they have a scary supernatural encounter. Sister Narcissa, who just finished praying while whipping herself on her back, comes back rushing to the girls' room after seeing the chair fall on its own again and hearing the scream of the girls. When asked about the scream, they respond saying it was the girl. However, Sister Julia, who found the girls in the bathroom, dismisses their concern and punishes Rosa for causing trouble at this time. Sister Narcia is shocked to find the scissors missing when she checks the cigar box. In the morning, Sister Narcissa visits the grave of Sister Socrero and goes to class. While teaching, she notices the absence of Rosa. She visits Rosa after class in a holding cell and asks about the scissors. After telling her she found it in the bathroom, Rosa explains what had happened to Sister Inés. Rosa reveals that there is a spirit of a girl that is trapped in the school, and the spirit of the girl is angered if someone touches her paintings or plays with her. Sister Inés drew the last leg on the hangman, which caused the girl to write Sister Inés's name on the blackboard. This was the reason Sister Inés left. Rosa tells Sister Narcissa that if the girl writes someone's name, it means that person is cursed. The next day, while Sister Narcissa was teaching the students about an upcoming solar eclipse, Rosa's name appeared written on the blackboard. This causes Rosa to run away to her room. Sister Narcissa follows her and calms her down, telling her that she believes her. Then, she asks Rosa to show her the girl. They go to Sister Narcissa's room and see the picture of the hangman missing only one leg, which Sister Narcissa saw in the morning after waking up from a nightmare. Sister Narcissa wants to complete the picture by drawing the missing leg to draw the girl out, but Rosa is afraid. After telling her that she won't let anything happen to her, Sister Narcissa and Rosa complete the picture saying their prayer together. At first, there wasn't anything to be seen, but then Rosa says she sees the spirit before vanishing from where she was standing. This leads Sister Narcissa to come out and search for her outside like a mad person. While trying to find Rosa, she meets Sister Julia, who was jealous of her from the beginning and tells her about the disappearance of Rosa and everything else. But Sister Julia ridicules her for listening to Rosa and even expresses her distrust about the stories told about her in the newspaper. Then, Sister Narcissa goes to the chapel to look for her, which ends up in her having a paranormal encounter inside the confession booth. After she gets out of the confession booth, she finds Rosa hanging behind the lattice. After the tragedy, a funeral ceremony is held and everyone mourns Rosa. Sister Julia uses this opportunity to guilt Sister Narcissa into leaving the convent. Sister Narcissa gives in to Sister Julia's demand and decides to leave. On her way out, she is caught up in the eclipse. A guilt-ridden Sister, Narcissa, willingly stares into the sun. As the eclipse blinds her, she becomes semi-conscious and sees a vision revealing the pillaging and sexual violence that happened at the convent during the war. Sister Narcissa is returned to the convent for treatment, and after she wakes up, she asks one of the sisters to hand her the picture of Sister Socorro. After she feels the writing on the photo, she goes back to the time when Sister Socorro was being brutally raped. From this vision, she understands the photo belongs to Sister Socorro. This alarms Sister Julia, who understands that Sister Narcissa knows what they are hiding. This prompts her to warn the Mother Superior, who was also part of the cover-up. After Sister Narcissa removes the cloth that covers her eyes, the spirit of Sister Socorro reveals itself to her. The spirit then gives her wilted flowers, which causes her to have visions, taking her back to Sister Socorro's past. Through the visions, Sister Narcissa learns that Sister Socorro got pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl. The girl was raised in the convent. One day the girl got ill, and Sister Socorro wanted to take the girl to a hospital. But the nuns, who wanted to keep the girl's existence a secret, prevented Socorro from getting out of her room by locking her door. The nuns take the girl to the bathroom and put her inside a bathtub full of water to try and cool her temperature down. During the struggle to keep her inside the bathtub, the girl hits her head and dies as a result of the collision. After knowing that her daughter died, Sister Socorro hangs herself in her room, which is the same room that Sister Narcissa was staying in. The spirit of Socorro was the one that kept knocking the chair down so that she could finally die. Now, after discovering the truth about Sister Socorro, she apologizes to her spirit and gets very angry at the nuns who committed this terrible act of murder. Then, she finds herself outside in the hall. After hearing Sister Socorro's spirit cry for help, she opens the door and lets the spirit out. Then, the vengeful spirit of Sister Socorro goes after Sister Julia and the Mother Superior. Sister Narcissa finds Sister Julia, who just got out of the girls' room after ordering the scared girls to go back to bed, and tells her that she has let the spirit of Socorro out of the room, which means Sister Socorro is freed from the past. Sister Julia, who now knows she is being hunted, gets scared and starts to run away. She even gets more scared after she sees the spirit standing behind Sister Narcissa, who is now blind. On the other hand, the Superior Mother was also being hunted by the spirit. The Mother Superior starts praying in front of the hand of Saint Martha to escape from the vengeful spirit. The spirit leads Sister Julia to the girls' classroom, where the name of Sister Julian is written on the blackboard. After this incident, the spirit takes its revenge by drowning the Mother Superior in the tub, filled with her daughter's blood in the past, and forcing her to cough up blood in the present. As for Sister Julia, the spirit uses the broken statues of saints to cut and crush her to death in both the past and the present times. In the end, Sister Julia's body falls in front of the blackboard, which was filled with her name written all over it, while Mother Superior's body lies bleeding out on a desk. Finally, the spirit of Sister Socorro and her daughter unite in the bathroom, which makes Sister Narcia happy. Decades later, the old and blind Sister Narcisa is invited to teach literature to a class full of young girls by another sister. Some of the students, who have heard rumors about her, mockingly nickname her Sister Death, and the movie ends with Sister Narcisa smiling, while one of the students stares at her. That student was Veronica, a girl who has her own story to tell in the future. And with that, the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for amazing videos. See you in the next one.